Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to our sports show. I'm your host, Driver. Alright, New Japan Pro Wrestling presents Battle in the Valley. This is from Saturday night. When I get it finished up, figured I'd go ahead and get my 2 cents in on the show. Great show overall, to be honest with you. Really enjoyed it. Thriller TV does such a great job putting on these shows. The English commentary for New Japan is one of the top out there. So we had 2 pre-show matches, or countdown to the Battle in the Valley matches. Pre-show, buy-in, countdown, so many different ones they call it. Alright, so we had the Strong Survival match. So what this is some of the young lions will have what they call Strong Survivor matches. If you win, you keep going. If you lose, that person takes your spot, and they keep going until they lose. So we had Matt Vandagriff versus Goldy. Now, Matt Vandagriff, he's part of the young lion with New Japan now, but I actually became a fan of his last year and the year before last when he was in GCW, when he was in FSW, Future Stars of Wrestling out of Las Vegas, when he did some stuff at PCW Ultra, when he did stuff with, let's see, who else did I see him at? Let's see, Revolver Wrestling, he had a couple matches with LA Fights, which is part of GCW. So yeah, he's been on the indies for a while, but now that he's part of the New Japan Young Lions, kind of like Gabriel Kidd did. Gabriel Kidd kind of was in the British independent scene, kind of went to the Young Lion, and became in the dojo, became a Young Lion, and look at him now. Matt Vandagriff getting the victory there. I gave it 2 3/4 star. Then Stephanie Vaquer versus Viva. I've seen Viva around different indie promotions. I've never seen this Stephanie Vaquer. Just a short little match they had. It was about 10 minutes long, so it was not that short. I was actually highly impressed. I know she's done a lot with CMLL in the past, and then New Japan Strong. She actually had a IWGP Women's title shot at New Japan Strong Lone Star versus Maya Yatani. So we've seen a little bit of her in New Japan Pro Wrestling, but I'm not, only the few matches I've seen of her. Looks like she's one talented wrestler. Can't wait to see what her future holds. I gave that match 2 3/4. To me, both of these were just good starter matches to kind of get your feet wet and kind of get the crowd to know you. And then we started Battle in the Valley. And we had, when the show starts, we had Jungle Boy Jack Perry come down, and with the goatee and everything, kind of looked like a little Edge returned with the goatee that time. With a piece of paper in his hand, walks in the ring, shows it says AEW contract, and he rips it in half. Obviously, we all know that New Japan Pro Wrestling and AEW have a working relationship. We all know that what happened in AEW with Jack Perry and Mr. CM Punk. I've not really spoke a lot of it on here. The little bit that I do know about it, I think they're both at fault. I think it was strike 2 for Punk, and that's why he was fired. And it was strike 1 for Jungle Boy, that's why he was suspended. Because if you remember the issue with Punk and the Elite, all parties involved were suspended. So I think that's probably part of what happened there. All I know is, if what I heard was true, is because Jack Perry used real glass in the spot, Punk said he should have used fake glass, and that sparked it all. It wasn't Punk's match, so Punk should keep his mouth shut to me. But that's just here or there at this point. Anyway, so he does that, so we'll see where this goes. Is he going to be part of New Japan? Is he going to be part of AEW? Where does he lie with that? Alright, the first match was Team Filthy, Jorel Nelson, Royce, also known as West Coast Wrecking Crew, teaming with their partner Tom Lawlor, the leader of Team Filthy, going up against Fred Rosser, Jacob Fatu, and Shota Umino. Fred Rosser and Tom Lawlor has had a history of battles in New Japan Strong, and that didn't waver here. They had their battles here. Jacob Fatu looked strong. The one thing that really come out of this match, beyond having Rosser, Fatu, and Umino win 3 1/4 star fashion, West Coast Wrecking Crew, Nelson and Isaac, were kind of down on Lawlor. Looked like they kind of attacked him a little bit, and Rosser came out for the save. Rosser and Lawlor have been like this, so it's like, what's the mutual respect there? And even Lawlor said on commentary later, he's like, I haven't talked to him yet. We don't know what's going on yet. We got to figure it out. So I don't know if there's friction in Team Filthy, if Rosser and Lawlor are going to team up. There was talk of when he was on commentary later about them teaming up. So we'll see. Next up, we had a Lucha Libre tag match. We had Mascara, Dorada teaming up with Volador Jr., going against Rocky Romero and Soberano Jr. Just a Lucha Libre flip match, basically what this was. Which I love, but don't get me wrong. But it's like, sometimes just a move to do a move is kind of cool. But then it's like, now what? We do this flip to do this move. Was the flip necessary? Could we have done that move a little more powerful? Could we do, But overall, I'm a huge Lucha Libre fan, so I enjoy matches like this, especially these tag matches. I ended up giving it 3.5 with Mascara, Dorado, and Volador Jr. getting the victory. We know Rocky Romero wrestles a lot for CMLL. He was the CMLL champion at one point, or one of the champions. He lost that, so we'll see if he is able to gain that back. Next up, we had kind of a lead-in to February 11th, which is, what is the name of that show? New Beginning something. So on the 11th is New Beginning in Osaka. And what that is going to be a cage match. First one on New Japan Pro Wrestling TV. Bullet Club War Dogs versus United Empire will be Will Ospreay's last match in New Japan Pro Wrestling for right now. Obviously, the relationship, he'll be back to do stuff like Danielson, like Mox are from AEW, but full time it'll be his last match. So here we had representing United Empire TJP, representing the Bullet Club War Dogs, David Finlay, the leader of the Bullet Club, the current New Japan Pro Wrestling or IWGP Global Champion. These two guys, I mean, wow, what a match this was. 3 3/4 star. David Finlay getting the win here. So it's like, okay, the War Dogs obviously did a small beatdown on TJP. We'll see where it all goes. I know with the beatdown on Ospreay at the end of the show, Osaka's going to be nuts in that cage match. It's going to be ugly. Next up, we had the New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Titles on the line. Now, the Guerrillas of Destiny, El Phantasmo, and Hikuleo, they hold not only the New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Titles, they also hold the IWGP World Tag Titles. They had that title versus title match at Wrestle Kingdom 18. So they went up against Bullet Club, War Dogs, Alex Coughlin, and Clark Connors. Typically, Clark Connors is a junior heavyweight, so he kind of, since this is an open weight, he was able to team with Alex Coughlin. Just power versus power here is all this match really was. Alex Coughlin, one of the most powerful wrestlers around right now. Him and Hikuleo, just, yeah, it was a fight for the Guerrillas of Destiny. They were able to come out on top in the 3.5 star match. Next up, we had the New Japan Strong Women's title on the line. We had champion Giulia versus Trish or Adora. There's been a lot of talk of Giulia leaving New Japan and going to NXT and WWE, and apparently AEW didn't want her or something. I don't know. Truth, facts, fiction, all that is. Who knows? But all I know is Giulia is the top talent. Unfortunately, I think if she shows up on American television in NXT or WWE, no one's going to know who she is. I think if she shows up on AEW, because of the Rios, the Hikaru Shidas, and those kinds, the fans would more know who she was. So we'll definitely wait and see, but it's not going to happen anytime soon, at least not WWE, because Giulia retained her title against Trish Adora in one of the best women's matches of 2024 so far. 3.5 star match. Giulia retaining the title, 13 minutes. During the build up to this match, Giulia was asked about Trish Adora, and she's like, "Who?" after this match, you can see the, handshake in the ring, respect they gave one another. Trish Adora, she is an up-and-comer. I think she's already been there because she's been doing a lot on the indies. She's been the Pan-American African champion for like 1,000 days or some sort. She's been on Ring of Honor. She's been on AEW. Giulia getting the victory again. 3.5-star match. Definitely a really, really good match. Next up, we had Matt Riddle with a mystery partner going up against TMDK, Badu Tito, and Zack Sabre Jr. And I'm sorry, but New Japan Strong spoiled the mystery partner because when Riddle came out and stood on the corner like this, they put up the mystery partner's name, Jeff Cobb. It's like, mistakes happen, I get it, but it's like, oh, well, I watched it later, so I already kind of knew, but it was like, that sucks. But reuniting the Chosen Bros in San Jose, they ran PWG Tag Division for years, so yeah, Jeff Cobb, Matt Riddle, tag them back together. Now, what makes this very unique is Jeff Cobb is a member of United Empire. With Will Ospreay leaving, does the United Empire stay together? If they do stay together, would Matt Riddle maybe be the leader of the United Empire? I mean, I could see at Osaka, New Beginning, that cage match, I could see United Empire winning, Riddle coming out, and Ospreay, you know what, Riddle, you can be the leader of the United Empire with Jeff Cobb, TJP, Cole Newman, Hatari, Great Khan. He is experienced. He is talented. Hey, I mean, he could be. We'll see. The Chosen Bros, though, was able to win here. 3.5-star match. Really, really good match. I enjoyed seeing them back together. Can't wait to kind of go back and watch some of that old PWG stuff to kind of see them as a tag team back in the day. Next up, we had the first defense of the America's Triple Crown, the AEW Continental Championship, the New Japan Strong Openweight Championship, and the Ring of Honor World Title, all on the line. Champion Eddie Kingston, he was able to win the Continental Classic for AEW back on the World's End, and you kind of, I don't say unified, but kind of made this American Triple Crown just like his idols had in New Japan or All Japan back in the day. Had the Triple Crown, so here we got the American version. Gabe Kidd said if he won, he's only taking the New Japan Strong. He's getting rid of the other ones. So there's a little bit of disrespect there with Gabe Kidd. This match started as a fight, literally just fighting on the outside before the bell rung. Gabe Kidd took the AEW Continental title at one point and just chucked it. Like it doesn't mean anything to him. I'm like, oh damn, that's disrespectful. Kingston went after him for it. Kingston had Gabe Kidd down on the outside, was going to win by count out. But Gabe Kidd, I think he chucked the Ring of Honor title or said something that pissed off Kingston. Kingston went after him, and they both got double count out. So I can't wait to see what the next, kind of hoping, kind of part of me, at Osaka, with the cage there on for the main event. Can we do these guys in the cage? Maybe we do a strap match or dog collar match or no disqualification, something like that to get this feud just boiling even more. And like I spoke about Gabe Kidd earlier, he was Gabriel Kidd in the Indies in UK, went to the dojo, redeveloped himself, and here he is now, one of the top talent in New Japan Pro Wrestling. I give that 2.5 based on the low brawl they had. Next up, most people could say match of the night. I tied it with another one. We just had a fight. It wasn't even a wrestling match. It was just a bloodbath. We had no disqualification. Jon Moxley, yeah. And then you put him in the ring with no disqualification and get Shingo Takagi, yeah. Two dudes that love to fight. Two dudes that love to bleed. Why not? What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, Takagi was bleeding bad. Mox was bleeding bad. Tables got broke. Chairs got used. Plunder got used. 26 minutes just in tearing each other apart. I gave it 4.5 stars. Mox is just so damn good. And then we got a Big surprise at the end. Mox gets the microphone and Mox called out Naito. Yes, the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Tetsuya Naito. Mox called him out for Windy City Riot. It was announced. Windy City Riot, IWGP World Title Champion Tetsuya Naito versus Jon Moxley. Again, I give that 4.5. Forgot to mention right before the Riddle match, we had a vignette for Ali 2024. Mustafa Ali talks about his 2024 tour, how he wants to wrestle everyone and everywhere, that he called out the guy that brings the stuffed animal to the ring, talking about the one and only IWGP former junior heavyweight champion Hiromu Takahashi. Yeah, so it was made official that we get Mustafa Ali versus Hiromu Takahashi, February 12th, Windy City Riot. That show is setting up to be pretty good. Now, that is what's ironic about that show. It is 1 week after WrestleMania. So that is going to be the second Friday in April. The weekend before that is WrestleMania weekend. So we have the big Monday Night Raw after Mania on Monday the 8th. And that show's on the 12th. So I can't wait for that. That will definitely be huge with those two big matches. Naito, Moxley, and Takahashi and Ali. Ali already was in GCW in Chicago and had a match against Gringo Loco. For those of you who don't know who Gringo Loco is, he's one of the top tier Lucha Libres in the Chicago area. And I gave that 3 3/4. So I can't even imagine what this Hiromu Ali match is going to be. It's one of those dream matches that I didn't know what I wanted till I have it, and I'm like, oh my god, I really want it. One of those. But then there was another dream match that we've seen 8 times, in Okada versus Ospreay. Okada's 6-2. We know Ospreay's leaving for America, for AEW. We know he'll still do stuff in New Japan like other AEW talent does. We know Okada could be coming to AEW. There's been rumors of that. He has already been on Dynamite a few times, so we could still see this. Maybe it all in. No, can't do it all in because we got to do Okada and Danielson at all in. Oh, maybe we see this one all out. Maybe we see this one at Double or Nothing. Maybe we see this at Revolution. Maybe we see this at create a new pay-per-view for this match. But Okada versus Will Ospreay. 28.5 minutes of just wow. That's all you can say. Okada is if Will Ospreay is the best in the world, Okada is better than that. These two are the two best wrestlers in pro wrestling in 2024. Both under the age of 35. So sky's the limit for both of them. I am giving it 4.5. Okada getting the victory. I could understand 4 and 3 as 4.5, and I only went 4.5 because I thought it was equal to Mox and Takagi, but equal in a different way. I didn't think one was better than the other, but I think they were different and they were phenomenal in both their ways. When you watch Will Ospreay hit a freaking Styles Clash on Okada, and you get the announcer going, he's felt that before by the originator of that move, it's like, okay. But yeah, so definitely great. Okada getting the victory there. So Battle in the Valley, New Japan Pro Wrestling, unbelievable show. 2 4.5-star matches. So far in 2024, we got 2 4.5-star matches from New Japan Battle in the Valley. We had a 4 3/4 with Danielson and Okada. So Okada's got 2 over 4.5-star already. We had a couple 4 1/4 matches from Wrestle Kingdom. There's a ton of wrestling so far this year I haven't watched. FTR and House of Black was 3 3/4. Let's see what else is in the book here. TNA and Shelley and Moose at Hard to Kill was 3 3/4. Oh, Mustafa Ali and Gringo Loco is 3 3/4. 4 1/4 for the 6-man at No Compadre GCW. 4-star for Vikingo, Kushida, and Saban. 3-3 for Hammerstone and Josh Alexander. 2024 is setting up to be a year of the great matches, and that's what's so exciting about wrestling right now. You have so much talent able to go from AEW to New Japan to Rev Pro to GCW to Limitless to wherever they want, which builds that talent up. It's just a great time to be a wrestling fan. I can't wait to see what the next, 50 weeks brings. We've had this much great wrestling in 2 weeks. Yeah, next 50 is going to be great. But that is the review of New Japan Pro Wrestling Battle in the Valley. As always, thanks for watching Average Sports Show, and don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Average Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports show content.